Let us take one rat. Let's take one rat. Let's put
one of
let's put one of our hands. Let's put one of our hands on it. This.
On it.
On it. On it. Let's put one our hand of our hand on it. Hands on it. Let's put one of our hands on it.
Sophia, which hand did you put on your rat?
my right, my hand. My
Which hand? Which?
my hand, my right hand.
Patuman? Patuman? Patuman, which hand did you put on your rat?
My left hand. Carlos, which hand did you put on your rats?
My left hand.
Rat. You rat. Carlos, which hand did you put on your rat?
My left hand.
Hayako, which hands did you put on your rat? Put your rat
My right hand.
on.
Then which hands did you put on your rat?
My right hand. My right hand.
Cover.
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 Your hand.
Oh. No.
Now.
Our hands. Cover.
Hands.
Our hands.
Hands.
Cover.
Our
rat.
rat.
Now.
Now my hand, my right hand covers my rod. Now my right hand covers my rod.
Now my left hand cover my rat. Cover.
Covers.
Now.
Now my right hand covers
Now my right hand.
Now
covers my rat. Now my
Right.
left,
Left.
left, my left hand's right. Cover,
Cover.
cover,
covers,
Cover.
covers,
Cover.
covers,
Cover.
covers, covers,
covers.
covers.
Cover.
Now my left hand covers my right.
Now my hand covers right.
Let's take to
Let's
right.
take to right.
And cover. And cover
Cover
each
Each.
with one hand.
Let's take two rats and cover
Cover
each hand each
with
with
one,
one hand with one hand
with
with oh
my
Done. Done. Let's
Done.
take two right.
two rats
my hand on cover. My hands
hands
my hands covers
each
Each
rat
each
Each
one
one.
rat.
Right.
my
My
hands
hands covers
each
one rat. My hands cover each one rat. My hands cover each one rat. My hands cover each one rat.
My
My hand covers. My hand covers each one. My rat. Each one rat.
take out your hand on huh? Is true is correct take out your hand on take take your hands take your hand
from
One
down
up
on top. You on top. And
take your hands your hands
take you
from one
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 top.
up
One
one
top
on
Top.
and
On top. You
From
on top. You on top of
rats your rats
yours. On top of your rust.
Done. Put your hands on top of your rat to cover them. Put. Do it.
go
Done.
do that
Put your hands.
봐봐라. Put your hand on top of your rod. And so as to cover them. So as to cover them. So as to cover them.
Fatima, put your hands top on top of your rod so as to cover them.
봐봐라. 봐봐라. Put your hand on your hand. Put your hand.
Hands.
Put your hands. Put on top. Put up on top of your rats. And cover and so as to cover them. And so
put your hands and on top of your rats. So as to our core cover. So as to cover them.
Odin, put your hands. Put your hands on top of your rod. So as to cover them. So as to cover them.
Ayako, put your hands on top of your rods, so as to cover them.
어들이 put your hands on top of your rods so as to cover them. Cover them.
Then put
Sophia, put your hands on top of your rat. On top of. Yeah. Your rat. So as to cover them. So as to cover them. So as to cover them. Do it.
then Put your hands on top of your rat. So yours. Yours. Then put your hand on top of your rat. So as to cover them.
Sofia. Carlos, put hand, put your hand on top of your rats of as so as to cover them. I'm not looking. Big. Carlos, put your hands. Put your hands on top of. Put your hands on top of your your rats, so as to cover them. Put hands. Put your hands. Put your hands on top of. Put your hands on top of. You rats. You put your hands on put your hands on top of on top of your rats on top of your rats
So as
so as
cover them.
so as to cover them. Put your hands put your hands on top of your on top of your rats so as to cover them. Put
Put your hands on top of on top of your rat so as to cover them. So as to cover them.
Put your hands on top of your rats, so as to cover them. Put your hands on top of your rats, so as to cover them. So as to cover them.
Cover them.
Cover them. So
So as to cover them.
Sure, to cover them.
cover them.
Put your hand. Hand. put your hand on top of your rats. On top of your rats. So as to cover them. So as to cover them. So as to cover them.
Put your hand and put your hand and off
On
on
top
top
of
of
your rats.
on top
On
of
top
rats,
of
On top of your rats.
your
on
rats,
top of your
on
rats.
top of your rats,
So as to cover them.
so as to on top and
To cover them.
to cover them. To cover them.
Put your rod. Oh, no, put your hands on top of your rods, so as to curl them. So as to curl them.
To cover them.
Cover.
Cover them.
So as to cover them. So as to cover them.
So as to curl them. Cover.
Cover them.
Cover.
So as to cover them.
Cover.
Cover.
So as to cover them.
So as to cover them.
Put your hand on top of your rats. On top of your rats. As to cover them. So as to cover them. So as to cover them. You put your hand 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 on top of your rats. So as to cover them. So as to cover them. Let's put
Our hand.
our
And
hand
on our rods.
Let's
let's
put our
our hand
let's put
our hands
on our rods. On top of our rods.
On top.
Let's
put our
hand on top of
our
our rods.
rods.
Let's
top
put
our-
our hand on top of our rods. Let's put our hand
So as to cover them.
to cover them. So as to cover them.
So as to cover them. Let's. First.
V getiriyor. Of.
The fall.
Of.
Fall. Fall.
Off.
Left.
Left.
Left. Off. 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 Off.
All.
Off.
All.
All.
Off. Off.
Of all.
Off. Off. Take our hands off.
Of all.
Off. The table. Off the table. Let us take our hand off the table.
On the table. Off
Let us
the table.
take our hand off the table.
Left. Our hand. Left.
Take
Our hand. Left. Take our hands off the table. Left. Take.
our hand off.
Let's take our hands. Let's take our hands. Let's take our hands. Let's take our hands off the table.
Let's take
Let's
our
take our
hands. Let's take our hands. Let's take
Let's take
off the table.
our hand under the table.
Let's take other hands off the table. Put your left hand on.
Sophia, put your left hand on the table. Carlos? Carlos?
On the Carlos.
Sophia, put your left hand on the Carlos hand. On Carlos.
Put your hand. Left
Your
hand.
left hand on Carlos. Take it out. Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it. Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Carlos, put your hands left. Put your left hand on Barbara. On Barbara.
On
On
Barbara.
Barbara. On Barbara.
Let us go.
Let